Hey everyone, I've been seeing this portable line boring welder popping up all over repair forums lately, especially for engine rebuilds and heavy machinery work. It's getting a lot of attention from small shops and DIY mechanics who need a reliable way to fix worn connecting rod bores without hauling big machines around. So I decided to dig in and see what all the buzz is about. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. This thing is marketed as a 2-in-1 solution for boring and welding inside diameters from about 55 mm all the way up to 300 mm. That range covers a lot of common engine sizes, hydraulic cylinders, and even some agricultural components. The compact footprint means you can wheel it right up to the work instead of wrestling the part onto a massive floor-mounted rig. I like that because in my shop, floor space is always at a premium and I'd rather keep the workflow moving than waste time on setup. Power-wise, it runs off standard 110V household current, which is a big plus if you're not set up for 3-phase or don't have a dedicated welder circuit. The drive is strong enough to handle cast iron and steel sleeves without bogging down, and the servo motor gives you smooth, consistent feed rates so you don't end up with chatter marks in the bore. I've used cheaper rigs that stall halfway through a cut, and it's a nightmare trying to realign everything. This one seems to hold position well, even on slightly warped housings. Safety is another area where this machine stands out. The control box has overload protection, emergency stop, and a clear LED readout so you always know what's happening. The welding side includes a built-in spark guard and a foot pedal so you can keep both hands free while striking the arc. I've seen accidents happen when guys try to balance a torch on a wobbly setup, so having that pedal really lowers the risk of a burn or a dropped electrode. The boring bar itself is beefy, thick enough that it doesn't flex under load, which matters when you're trying to hold tight tolerances. It uses standard tooling, so you can still use the same cutters and pilots you already have in your toolbox. That saves you from buying a whole new set of tooling just to try this machine out. The adjustable speed control lets you dial in the right feed for aluminum, cast iron, or steel, so you don't have to swap pulleys or gears like on some older rigs. One feature I didn't expect but really appreciate is the smart control panel. You can save settings for different bore sizes and materials, so if you're doing a batch of the same job, you just hit recall and the machine ramps up to the right speed and feed automatically. That's a nice time saver when you're in the middle of a rebuild and don't want to keep double-checking charts. I also like that it's quiet compared to the old-school air-driven machines I've used. The servo is electric, so there's no compressor noise or exhaust blast filling the shop. That makes it easier to hear instructions or talk to a helper without shouting over a turbine. Now, it's not perfect. The instruction manual is pretty basic, more of a quick start guide than a full service manual. If you're new to line boring, you'll probably need to watch a few YouTube tutorials to get the hang of setup and alignment. Also, the warranty is only 1 year, which is shorter than some of the big name brands. If you're used to 5-year coverage, that might feel a little light. All in all, this HayWHNKN machine is a solid mid-tier option for small shops or mobile mechanics who need a portable way to repair bores without breaking the bank. It's not going to replace a full CNC boring mill, but for the price and portability, it's hard to beat. If you've been looking for a way to tackle connecting rod bores, cylinder sleeves, or hydraulic cylinder repairs without a huge investment, this could be the ticket. Check it out using the link below if it sounds like it fits your needs.